You dig what I'm saying? If they all hollers, I'm a counterfeit. Yeah, I wanted money, I couldn't enjoy class.
When an artist is on the rise and starts to pop off, there is a lurking question in everybody's mind. Will he blow up? And I'm not talking about in the underground, I'm more talking about in the mainstream. Will this guy blow up and have certified hits that translated to a mainstream audience? We saw this cycle with Lil Yachty, where leading up to the release of Lil Boat, it was clear that he achieved all that he could have in the underground. But there was a shroud of mystery like, will he make it to the surface? And will his sound translate to the mainstream? Which eventually he did, and it became clear that his mainstream superstardom was inevitable. And this question right now begins for Lil Pump, whose wave right now is undeniable. And in this video right here today, I'm going to go over a couple different aspects of Pump and assess why I think he's become so popular now and his potential to blow. As always guys, I'm interested to know what you guys think, so let me know if you think Lil Pump is next to blow in the comments. And also guys, let me know if you guys enjoyed this style of video and who else you would like to see me do this on. But enough talking for now, and let's dive right in.
Y'all mad as fuck, nigga. Fuck J. Cole, nigga. Fuck J. Cole!
Firstly, beginning with his music, and Pump's music is mind-numbingly simple, and really there is no way to hide that. It doesn't exactly do anything new, or exciting for that matter, but for the purpose of stupid, ignorant, dumb fun, that's exactly what it achieves. His songs for the most part are essentially extended hooks, where his hooks are repeated phrases that then often morph into these short verses that then morph back into a hook. His solo work really doesn't go over 2 minutes long, so they serve the purpose of short-lived, ignorant, fun-fueled bangers with catchy refrains and choruses that get stuck in your head. There isn't really too much to add about his music, because to be completely honest, there isn't much that differs Pump from the SoundCloud generation of today, but something that needs to be said is about his production. Pump has been blessed with some great production, courtesy of the likes of Ronnie J, Smoke Perp as well as other producers. His production serves to carry him most of the time. If you can listen to Movin' and not begin to lose your shit, I salute you. And as he begins to get bigger and bigger, his arsenal of producers is only going to get wider, and his priority from producers like Ronnie J is only going to get higher. So in that sense, Pump will continue to be blessed with some standout trap influenced production. I felt like his production was worth mentioning as a huge sticking point for his success, but I think it's more than just his production. The thing that makes Pump stand out is the charm in how he portrays himself in his music. He often refers to himself as the trapper of the century, claiming he's been selling bricks since the 3rd grade, and that he fucked your mother and then proceeded to rob your brother. The character that he's been able to create in his music is so outlandish and comedic at times that you keep returning for Pump for the hilarity and the outrageousness of his persona. He's 16 and he's talking like he's moved 1,000 grams of coke, and there is an undeniable charm in enjoying the character of Lil Pump and kind of letting yourself go and immersing yourself into a world where Obama even told Lil Pump, "Boy, you moving bricks," and a world where Lil Pump turned the White House into a trap house. And this ties in with the second point that I have, and that is his character outside of the music, and this is one of, if not the main reason as to why Pump is caught on, as opposed to your average SoundCloud rapper. Again, Pump is only 16, and everything that the mind of a 16-year-old would do with guns, girls, drugs and money is on full display to the world. The whole Essskeeddit, the pictures, the Instagrams, the fuck J. Cole's, that kind of plays into the hilarity of his music and makes the character of Lil Pump complete. In today's age of rap, image nearly means more than anything else, and to have a personality makes you a vocal point on social medias. It leads people to your music, and what they do from there is their decision. It's kind of the same with Lil Yachty. The whole image outside of his music, the braids, the controversy, etc, only added to his wave because it led more people to his music, and when people gave it an honest chance, it turned out to be good music. That's why around the time of Yachty's come up, you saw so many comments like, "Oh, I actually gave Lil Boat a shot and I liked it, where should I go from here?" And the same thing is beginning to happen with Lil Pump. Pump's actions outside of his music lead people to his music, and when you give his music a couple listens to kind of sink in, there is a good chance you are gonna like it. His personality more so than anything else makes Pump stand out. In a game right now where we are swarmed with faceless rappers and tryhard wannabes, Pump stands out through his hilarious and outlandish persona, both within and outside of his music. And I'm not trying to take anything away from his music, but when I've spent more time sending videos to my friends of Pump than I have discussing his music with my friends, it's quite clear that his personality plays a huge role.
Hey, look, hold on.
Hey,
what you doing?
Me and Ski on that.
Essskeeddit.
In addition to this, there have been a couple key cosigns that have been crucial to his come up. Obviously the first one that sticks out is Smoke Perp. He was a huge reason for Pump starting to rap in the first place, and even helped him out with stellar production on songs like Lil Pump and Elementary. This helped Pump kind of skip the initial roadblocks that artists have, giving him exposure and helping him with connections. Secondly, I would like to touch on Adam22/No Jumper. As Adam's prominence in the SoundCloud rap scene has risen, so has his clout within the scene, and whether you hate him, love him, or anything in between, you cannot deny his ability to introduce his audience to rappers and get them listening. He's even introduced me to several rappers that I probably would never have heard of. Granted, I haven't started listening to any of those rappers heavily, but I can just imagine the amount of people that he has helped introduce to Lil Pump. Plus, when that No Jumper interview inevitably comes around, that is going to be absolutely huge for Pump. The biggest question mark surrounding Pump for me and his ability to cross over to the mainstream is his song structure. His solo songs rarely outlast the 2-minute mark, and his hooks usually consist of an unmelodic phrase repeated to death, which then turns into a verse consisting of a few short bars, generally with the same flow, and then you're back to the hook and you were done. Although similar structures have seen huge success in the underground, rarely have we seen these short 1.5-minute songs translate to the mainstream to any great effect. And I'm not saying they can't, but generally speaking they haven't. Furthermore, even with how huge Ronnie J's style of production has been in the underground, we've still yet to see that crossover in the mainstream at large. Although we've kinda seen it with Ultimate and Look At Me, however, I think those are extreme cases, and Pump will really never have the same wave as X at his peak, or will hear the song memed quite like Ultimate was. So there still remains question marks around Pump's sound and its ability to translate. On the flip side though, he's just fucking 16, so this means he has time on his hands and he may even develop into a more mainstream friendly style like we have seen Smoke Perp evolve into right now. Even more interesting is the parallels in hatred towards Yachty and Pump. When Yachty came out, there was a sort of trepidation from haters that were very vocal on sites like Kanye Tither and the Hip Hop Head subreddit. It was kind of like, don't let Yachty become a thing, don't let Yachty succeed, because who knows what will happen if we let Yachty slip through the cracks, who knows what will come next. It was like a next level form of hatred. Generally if people hate an artist, they will kind of let them do their own thing and hate from a distance, but the hate for Yachty was ferocious. It was like they saw Yachty as a cancer and they wanted him to fail at all costs. And I'm beginning to see the same thing with Pump. People just straight up refuse to see anything in him. People do not want him to succeed in the slightest, and people are constantly hating on his come up. It's interesting as to why both these artists would attract such strong negativity. I think it's because of the bare simplicity and childishness to their music. You hear something like Lil Pump or Ignorant, and like Yachty, you don't really get it at first. The production kinda grates on you and it's initially off-putting. But like Yachty, give it a decent chance and you can find fun in the simplicity. The similarities in hatred between Pump and Yachty can be seen as a good thing, and as a huge platform for Pump to build from. As like Yachty, his wave is growing exponentially even with the hate still there. So what Pump really needs is his quote-unquote Lil Boat, a well-received project that is a refinement of his current sound, but properly mastered, marketed, and released so as to please his current fans, but at the same time drawing new fans who are curious about what Pump has going on. Cause big singles are good, but Yachty was really able to cement and prove himself as an artist with Lil Boat, and won many people over with how great of a project it was. So can Pump do the same and deliver great bodies of work? And don't get me wrong, I don't think he needs to make it To Pimp a Butterfly or anything like that, or something that's amazingly put together and a thought out project, but it can't be some loose arrangement of lackluster songs if he wants to be taken seriously as an artist.
I was gonna go to school, but then I popped Zan. Yeah. I was gonna go to class, but then I popped Zan.
So there are my thoughts on the come up of Lil Pump. I think the most interesting thing is whether he'll be able to make those big choruses and fully fleshed out songs that will be able to translate to a mainstream audience. Cause as hard as something like D-Rose goes, I don't know if the faintness of that track, and many others of Pump's for that matter, are strong enough to be able to carry them over to a mainstream audience. But there is no denying that his wave is super strong right now, and he's really gone from strength to strength. It'll be interesting to see how we will play out. I really hope that Pump doesn't become another underground rapper that has a huge buzz at the start and then just begins to fade away and stagnate over the next couple years. But I guess only time will tell. And that's all from me today guys, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know what you thought about the video and what you think about Lil Pump. Please like, subscribe and follow me on all social medias for more.